Hello and good evening. I'm so glad to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you don't know, my name's Alicia and this is my channel, Quilty Bird Piecing. If this is your first time here, honey, grab you a drink, pull on up a chair, and let's get into it. So, I'm here to give a few updates on some things that I finished. Some quilt tops that I finished to show you one of the pieces that I have sent to the long armor. She has completed. However, I will not pick up until Thursday because we are guild members and she's going to bring it to the meeting for me. I will show you some things I've purchased and we will talk about some of my future plans, what I'm going to finish for the rest, what I'm going to focus on rather for the rest of the month and try to get finished by the end of November so that I can get it quilted about the first week or so of December and possibly have it to be part of my Christmas decorations or part of my Christmas gifts. I have a couple of other plans that I'm going to make for gifts and, just all kind of stuff going on over here. So let's start with our very first thing. She's finished! So this beautiful lady right here is called the 2024, what is it called? Lord, my mind. Sweater Weather Sampler. It is the 2024 Sweater Weather Sampler. It is was put on by the 9 Patch Collective, and of course it's 9 patches in the quilt. Each one of the blocks was done by a different designer. It was totally free. You just had to sign up for the patterns and they emailed them to you every Thursday. You got a different block. So this took me 9 full weeks to put together. Initially, my coloring was the light aqua that you see in these blocks for the cross here. I underestimated how much I had in my stash, so I wound up with about a yard left, but I had one, two, three, four, five. I think I had 6 blocks left to do, but I only had approximately a yard to a yard and a half more of that fabric left. And it needed at least a half yard per block. That was not going to work out well for me. So I went to Joann's and got a Kona that I thought was going to be a pretty good match to this color. Well, as you can see, that didn't work out well either to match it. So initially, I was going to change the block that looks like it has the suns. I was going to change that top piece there all the way across to be that same blue color that you see on the 4 outside blocks. Well, when it came down to finishing the quilt, I was over it. So I left it in. And I kind of think I like it better with it left in. But my initial thought was to, instead of making a cross with the lighter color, I was going to make an X with the darker, more tealy color. So I was going to make an X with that and just make a diamond out of the rest of it. Initially, I was going to go ahead and put like a 3.5 to 4 inch to 4.5 inch border around it to frame it to make it look like it was supposed to be done this way. But like I said, by the time I got done with that block down here, other way, that block there, I was pretty much over the whole quilt. That thing gave me the blues. You hear me? The absolute blues. I was pretty much done with everything. But when I finished it, I went ahead and put the whole thing together and thought to myself, this is it. We're done. We are just going to get this together the best we can. Go ahead and put it back on it. Get it quilted. bound, and it is going to be my sister-in-law's lady for Christmas. I decided to go ahead and go, well, you know, us being African American women and all, I decided to go ahead and go with these ladies with the bouffants. I just love, 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 love these ladies. So these ladies are going to be on the back of that quilt. And I left all the fabric. What'd I do with it? Mine is a terrible thing. Oh, here it is. Terrible thing to waste. So, sorry y'all, I stepped away from the camera. That's very bad manners. My apologies. So these are the colors that are in the quilt with the exception of the background colors. So I'm going to take a strip from every piece of fabric that's left that was included inside of that quilt and make a scrappy binding with all those colors, and that is what's going to bind the front to the back. And considering these ladies got so many different colors in them, I think that is going to work out pretty well. Oh wait, they upside down. Oh, I just love this. But that, my dear friends, is the Sweater Weather Sampler 2024. It is the very first quilt along that I have started on time, finished on time, and kept up with every block in between. Tell me I ain't good. I feel very, very, very proud and very, very accomplished. And frankly, I did well. See? Okay. I'm going to pause, put this up, grab something else so I can show you. I think. Well, maybe not, because I don't think it pauses. Ain't that something? Hold on 1 second. I'm using my iPad today, and I'm not very familiar with how this camera works. So, it don't have a pause button. So, we just going to try our best to edit that out later on. We'll put that down here. So, my second quilt top finish that I took to the quilter. And boy, I look washed out right about now. Turn that down a little bit. Okay. And, the second one that I took to the quilter. Let me find it. Where's your phone number, honey? Okay. It is the Barnstar Sampler. This lovely lady right here. I love her. Isn't she pretty? Really? What's going on right now? Isn't she just lovely? What's going on? I can see myself in my game. So, I discovered after my last video that I only had about 9 blocks left to finish this quilt, and that 9 consists of 3 block. Well, maybe it was closer to 12. Maybe about 12 to finish it, but it included 3 blocks repeatedly in different colors. So I decided to just throw all my other plans out the window and get this quilt finished. I started this quilt about 5 to 6 months after I started my quilting journey. So about 6 months. I bought my first sewing machine in October of 2022. Yes. October of 2022. I signed up and started this block in a month right around March or April of 2023. And So I was a true beginner quilter when I started this quilt process. I'm gonna see if I can find a better picture, another picture of it. When I started this quilt process, I was a true beginner quilter. I probably hadn't sewn 50 full seams, okay? True beginner quilter. And so this quilt is very special to me because it shows my entire quilting journey in one place. Let's see. Is this better? Hold on. I'm trying to get the whole thing together. No. Go back. Okay. So. Okay. Here she is as a whole. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Okay? I love it. But anyway, in this quilt, there's going to be some uneven seams, some cutoff points, a lot of cutoff points, some just some unmatched corners, but you will go from seeing that to where I have come today with things matching and points being all there and everything just fitting in that block like perfectly. When I put that ruler down on it to square it up, honey, it squares up like almost perfectly now. And I'm not gonna tell you that that's gonna happen all the time, but I was getting good at it when I got to the very end. Mind you, the blocks I was making at the end turned out to be like 3 and 4.5 inches and 6.5 inches. They were small blocks, and the quilt started out with 24-inch blocks. Twice, 2 24-inch blocks, 3 or 4 times. 1, 2, 3. So first 3 months, I was making 24-inch blocks. And girlfriend, look at that. That was the very, if I can make it look like, there we go. That one right there, that was the very first block I made for this quilt. And needless to say, it's got a whole lot of cut off stuff in it. But she's done. I just love her. Love her, love her, love her. And then her backing is probably one of the best things I have ever chosen in all my days. Look how good that looks together. That backing though. That one right there. That one right there. It's the shizzle. It's awesome. It looks really, really good. And the binding for this quilt is, mind you, I don't know what I did with the pattern. So I don't really know how much of this I'm supposed to cut. I really don't. I'm going to cut it all in the 2.5-inch strips. So it's going to be bound with that. There's the binding. So in 2 weeks, I finished 2 quilt tops. Got one already quilted. Just got to pick her up. And then this one, when I pick that one up, I will drop this one off with the wonderful Marla, my long armor for this quilt, and give her these ladies to go on the back. And sometime in the next 2 weeks, I will pick her up. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to go ahead. Oh, Lord, honey, what did you call me? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to have to cut you out. Oh, I just turned you off. Ain't that something? I straight just hung up on whoever that was. But I'm going to make the, what was I saying? The label to go on the back. I think I'm going to, in the time period, well, no, I only have 2 days, don't I? Ain't that something, too? I don't know how that's going to work out. But I'm going to make it. I was about to say that I'm going to hand embroider my sister-in-law's name and the words that I wanted to say on it, and no, I'm not doing it. So, oh, I'm just so excited about having those done. But anyway, that's that. Now we're going to move on to some purchases. So the last time I did a video, I told you guys that I was going to make the Wensleydale quilt by Jen Kingwell Designs, and the pattern is in the quilt recipe book, which I showed you the last time, which is going in my card because it needs to go back to the Quilt Guild to go into the library. But instead of using the pattern that's in the book, I was going to use foundation paper piecing, and I bought the foundation papers, which look like so. There's 17 pieces to this, and I was telling you guys that I saw this lady on YouTube that gave the actual sizing on how to turn it's actually a 6.5 inch piece of fabric, which I'm going to cut at 7 because I'm a starcher. That 6.5 inch by width of fabric, what sizes to cut to make each one of these pieces for the paper piecing. So that's what I'm going to do. The quilt requires 60 blocks. I have 60 sheets to make 60 blocks. I am using a combination of Tilda's Sanctuary, and I think I'm going to turn this a little bit and see if I can get a little better without that light. Okay. Of Tilda's Sanctuary and Hibernation fabric lines, which are a bunch of kind of wintry fall browns and purples and golds and greens with little critters, sleeping critters in hibernation, and just little sanctuary critters in the sanctuary line. It's going to require, well, at the time, I thought it was going to require 42 different pieces of fabric to cut to make these. 42 is only going to make me 42 blocks, and I need 60. So I'm going to have to go through the rest of my stash and find coordinating colors to those lines to get me up to 60 pieces of fabric to make 60 blocks to make the quilt. But I did get the paper. Since our last video, I have received my next quilt seed from Lori Holt's Hometown Holiday Quilt Seeds collection. This is actually seed number 3. And I'm actually should have been getting number 2. However, they do not have all the fabric for month number 2. So I wound up getting month number 3, which says Noel in the stocking. And the fabrics look like so. That pretty much shows you all of them. So I will, at some point get to work on that. I have also gotten another block for the Victory Garden. Victory Garden block of the month, which is this beautiful lady right here. She's huge. She's like, I think 108 by 108. How big is she? Yes, she's 108 by 108. She has beautiful fabrics. This month's fabrics, oh Lord, did I get everything mixed up? Kind of looks like I did. Are this one, this one. Let me turn you a little bit so we can get some of the glare off. Yeah. That one. this light color. And this one, I think this is it. Let me kind of turn you, move you away from the light some. Yeah, these. Let me make sure I didn't miss one. Yeah, that's it. These are for this month, and this month is number 4. And for month number 4, we are doing, where is it? Which one? No. 4. 1, 2. We are here. So we're doing these. We're putting these together. Or are we? That doesn't look right. Oh, this doesn't go with that. Wrong one. These go with that. So yeah, that's right. This goes here. That plaited one does not go with this one. It goes with what I will show you next, which is, no, oh, let me back up. This particular block of the month, I am getting every 2 weeks. So in 2 more weeks, no, Thursday of this week, I will pay for it and they will ship me out month number 5. Also, I received the next installment of Bridal Pack, for which I'll be making these blocks here. Which some of this I didn't get. The 3 that you see right here, those are all the fabrics that I received right there for this block. The rest were in the previous month's block. So I only received fabrics that look like that. This one I get monthly. I started behind on this one, so the first month I received the first 4 months worth of blocks. And this is month number 5. And that quilt is going to look like that when done.